hips side to side. Anchor down with your forehead. And then lift the forehead up just a little bit and switch the stack of your hands. So have the opposite arm or opposite hand on top. Start to move into breath. Allow yourself to expand the breath into the belly. And then release the breath. Have the rise and the fall of the body, of the torso. Let the facial muscles move into gravity. Start to deepen and lengthen the inhale. Notice as the belly starts to press into the mat that it takes a little bit more muscular effort, so it becomes very conscious in your breath. When you exhale, add on a little bit of navel back to the spine so that you'll feel the pelvic floor contract. You'll feel the hip pointers move in towards each other. Couple more breaths, just focusing on that conscious breath. Bend your knees and flex your feet. And cross at the ankles and then uncross and recross. Give that motion of the shin bones to the feet. And feel a little floppy in the feet. Start somewhat slow and methodical, and then you can start to pick up speed. Pause, lift the forehead a little bit, and use your left hand to roll onto your right side and then onto your back. As you do that, that left ankle will go right across the right knee and thread the needle around this right leg. So you have a figure four with your left leg across your right. You can have the head anchored down, or maybe in this beginning one, tuck that chin up and in and expand between your shoulder blades a bit. Just like we were deepening the breath into the belly, deepen your breath into the lower back, right behind the belly. Release the clasp of the hands, set the head down. We'll take the right arm overhead. Keep this left knee bent. When you roll to your belly, make that asymmetrical pose where you have a 90-degree bend in your left knee and the shin bone faces to the mat, and then make a stop arm with your left arm and place your forehead on your, your right arm. Place your forehead on your left hand. Take a few breaths now and really expand into the belly. When you exhale, press through your forearm, press through the shin bone, and then release. Pressing downward on your exhale, isometrically isolate your forearm and your shin bone, your right hand and your inside of your left foot. If it feels safe to, bend your right knee and do little circles clockwise with the foot and the shin bone. And then switch the circles. Again, isolating that shin bone on the right side. Then lift the forehead, extend the right arm. We are going to roll to the side with this right knee bent and the left knee bent. Roll over, have kind of a kickstand with this right foot, and then grab the ankle of your left and place the foot down on the inner thigh of that right leg. Lower the head and stretch out with the arm, and then get this feeling of moving the breath deep into this abdomen. As you exhale, lift the knee up to the ceiling. You can pull a little bit with your left hand and then press the hips forward. Now you have the kind of kickstand of this right leg rather than that straight leg that we often do. Changes the stretch a bit, but it also creates a little bit of stability where you can create a bit of, again, isometric tension. Now lift the head up, keep rolling to your back, and let go of the left foot to do that same figure four here and wrap around that right leg. We can tuck the chin up and in, spreading between the shoulder blades. And when you exhale, think about pulling the knees a bit towards you and anchoring down with the head. Then, again, isometrically, internally, when you inhale, imagine you're pushing the legs toward, away from your body and lengthening your tailbone towards the ground. And when you exhale, tuck the tailbone and maybe just a little bit of a pulling of the knees towards your body. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, tuck. Keep your right hand on the right leg. Take your left two fingers and grab your big toe of your left foot. Take the right arm up overhead. And again, you'll get to keep this right leg as a kickstand. So you keep that knee bent. It gives you a little bit more stability. And this time, extend up with the foot, with the toes, with the arm, and just breathe into that inner groin. Press down with the right leg, open up with the left. When we release this, the big toe that is, roll to the belly, extend both hands forward, both legs long, and then pull the fingertips towards you. Lifting the collarbones, lowering the chin, and deep breaths. Stack your hands, lower the forehead down, and take a few breaths deep into the belly. Bend and flex, bend the knees and flex the feet and crisscross them again. See if you can start to get some floppy feet and really get moving with that side to side action. Pause, lifting the head, lengthen out with the left arm and roll right to the side, taking that right ankle across the left knee, lifting the head and wrapping around the left leg this time. Push both legs away from your center line and work on breathing between the shoulder blades. Releasing this, take the head down and the left arm overhead. We're going to keep this right knee bent. When you roll to your belly, bend the left elbow, the right knee, the left elbow, and place your forehead on your hand. Move the breath deep down into that lower back, lower pelvic region, lower belly. And when you exhale, press the forearm and the shin bone into the mat. Your inhale is a release. The exhale, pressing down. Now bend that left knee and think about doing little clockwise circles. Switch it to counterclockwise and reverse it every 2 to 3 circles, one way and then the other. With a pause, lift the head up and stretch the left arm forward. We're going to use the right, and remember this left knee will stay bent, kind of a kickstand. When you roll, you'll see it kind of stabilizes you. You can then reach for your right foot and plant it right on the inner thigh of the left leg. Find length and space. And then when you're exhaling, pull the right heel into the inner groin. Try to lift the right knee to the ceiling and press both hips forward. Let's continue onto our back by picking up that right leg and just kind of rotating it over for the figure 4 again. Reach around that left leg, push the knees away from you, and then if it feels safe to place the head down. We'll go back to an internal feeling of lengthening the tailbone away from your navel, and then tucking it on the exhale, lengthening and tucking. Each time, keeping the left hand on the left leg, take this right hand and grab the big toe. And again, we're going to keep the bend in this left leg. It feels a little like a kickstand. And take the left arm overhead. Rolling to your side, extend up and lengthen out. The left side is lengthening out. The right side is lifting up. Stretch into that inner groin. Retract at the shoulder blades. And most importantly, move that breath deep down into the pelvis. Release that leg. Both hands go long, both legs go long. And just drag the fingertips towards you for a cobra. Bend the elbows a bit, walk the hands back, and walk the knees forward. End up in your table position. And right away from here, just pop the hands right up. We're in a kneeling position with the arms up. Big stop arms here. Let's start with our left leg first today. Bring the knee forward. Move your left elbow back and your right elbow forward. Take a few breaths here, just kind of lifting the rib cage up, trying to twist by moving your left arm back and pressing your right hand slightly to the left. Then turn the palms down and stretch out with your arms. Reach up with the crown of the head. Then take the left hand, bring it up. When we come forward, palms forward, let your left knee drag both hips forward for a opening up and stop arms. Release up. Then return to your reverse kneeling warrior. Reach out with the hands, press them down, and then lift up with your rib cage. We'll curl our right toes under, plant our right hand down, and move into a lunging twist. Keep the hips squared, both legs pressing down into the ground, and then stack the hands. Both hands to the ground. Slide back into down dog and go ahead and lift that left leg up. Open the hip, hug the heel to the glute, and drop the crown of the head to the ground. Few breaths, just lifting and lengthening. Stretch right out with that left leg. Plant both that left foot down, and then take the time to press the ground away with all 4 points. Soften your elbows and your knees, and go back to breathing into the lower belly. On your exhales, try to press the navel back to the spine and lift the sit bones. Each time, each breath. Start to quiet the front of the forehead, move the breath through the back of the throat, and engage the lower abdomen. Lift your heels, lower down to the knees, and then just simply pop the hands up. Right leg will come forward. Rotate the right arm behind you and the left arm in front of you. Press down with the arms, down with the feet, and then lift up and out of the rib cage. Sweep the right arm forward, lifting it up. Stop arms as we take both hips forward. Really opening up deeply here. Press back to a straight line with the spine above the knee, and take the left hand forward and the right arm back. Curl the left toes under, lift the knee up and move into your lunging twist. Make sure you're pressing the ground away with both feet, engaging this left leg, squeezing the muscles around it and twisting from the lowest rib. Both hands come forward, down dog. Slide the right leg back. Lift it up, bend the knee, open the hip, and stretch back into this. Lengthen out with the right leg. Press the ground away, and a good 5 or more breaths just in your down dog. Quiet the front of the forehead. Move the breath through the back of the throat. And then most importantly, on your exhales, the navel goes back to the spine, and then lift the sit bones up. Find a lightness from navel to sit bones and heaviness in the hands and the feet. Walk your hands right on back to your feet. Take the thumbs up and forward and to a full stand. Making stop arms here. Rotate the left arm back and the right arm forward. Now, once you're here, think about keeping them just as they are here, this way, and then try to pull your right hip back and push your left hip forward. Big internal kind of battle going on there. Then move and stand on your left foot. When you plant the right foot down, go over to namaste and drop into the hips. Right elbow to left knee. When you inhale, expand the palms away from each other. And when you exhale, press the palms and sink a bit into the feet and the hips. 2 more times. Open, inhale, exhale, sink. Open, inhale, exhale, sink. Find that stand to lift up. Move the right foot over and then go right into your stop arms here. Anchor down from hip pointers to soles of the feet. Move your right elbow back and your left elbow forward. Once you're here, try to keep the arms the same, but you move them in a different plane. And then from here, try to push your left hip, right hip forward and left hip back. Stand on your right foot. Plant it down. Sit into Utkatasana, left elbow to right knee and twist into it. Going into breath, open the arms on the inhale, sink in on the exhale. Open, and then sink. And again. Stand right up. Move the left foot over and make your stop arms again. Move the elbows slightly back to drop the arms down. Take a few breaths here with your chin more neutral than anything else. And try to pull the hip pointers together. Then turn the gaze up and imagine that you're just arcing open in this entire front body, lifting at the forehead. It's almost like a standing half camel. Drop the hands down. Let's lead with our chest as we come forward. And walk all the way forward into a plank position. Go ahead and drop straight down to your belly. This time, glide the hands forward into Sphinx pose. Spread the fingers, plant the forearms down, and lift your solar plex up. Nod the chin yes and no a few times. Just that. Yes, no. No, yes. Then drop the chin down and rotate it to your right shoulder. You're looking over your right shoulder. Now you find this range of motion with the neck and the head, and then take the eyes and try to look further. Then drop back down and over to your left shoulder. Once you find range of motion, try to take the eyes and continue to look over the left shoulder. Slide the right arm forward and bend this right knee. We're going to again make that kind of kickstand here as we roll to our right side, grabbing that ankle, pressing the foot down. Just breathe into this. If it feels safe, you can pick up your bottom leg, your right leg, and press that leg up into the foot. And that's where you'll roll over onto your back, gliding the leg over to wrap around for your figure four. Breathe into this. Keep your right hand on the right leg, grab the big toe of the left foot, keep that left or right leg bent, that kind of kickstand feeling. This time when you roll, extend up with that leg. Let go of the foot, rebend the knee, and two options. When you roll, if you can re-grab that foot, go ahead and glide the hand towards you into a half a bow pose. If you can't grab the foot, keep both knees bent and have both hands forward. You'll step. If you do have a hold of that left foot, bring the left hand forward, reach out of the arms and bend both knees. So we're all in that position. Lifting up. Then from here, lengthen out and just place your forehead down. Take a few breaths and allow yourself to shake the hips a little bit side to side. Soon as you stabilize the hips, lift the forehead, Press and pull your elbows underneath you for your Sphinx pose. Then drop the chin down. Let's look at our right shoulder. Then continue the gaze. So once you find your range of motion, keep looking over. Release back. Drop the chin, look over your left shoulder. Once you find range of motion, keep gazing over there. Slide the left arm long. Bend your left knee, and when you roll to the side, bend your right knee as well. Remember, the bottom leg is a kickstand today. And once you grab the right ankle, plant the head down and think about lifting that right knee up to the ceiling. If you wish to, and it's possible, you can press your bottom leg, your left leg, right up and into that right foot. Roll to the back with both knees bent here. Just kind of sneak that right ankle across the left knee and thread the needle here. Keep the left hand on the left leg and grab the big toe of the right foot. Keep this leg nice and bent and left arm overhead. Roll back to extend up. Really opening up into that right inner groin and stabilizing with the bottom side. Let go of the foot, bend that, and when you roll, see if you can re-grab your foot. If you can re-grab your foot, straighten out with the left leg and press back with the right arm. If you can't get a hold of the foot, keep both knees bent and press out of both arms. And then if you have a hold of the foot, bring both hands forward, bending both legs. And then release down and stack your hands. Shake your hips side to side. Few breaths, moving that breath deep down into that lower abdomen. Lifting the forehead, walk the hands back and the knees forward. Simply pop the arms up again, bringing your left foot forward and your left arm behind you. So this kneeling reverse warrior here. Stretch out with those arms, stretch out of your spine, anchor down. Bend at the waist, curl your right toes under to lift up to your kneeling lunging twist. Try to stack the hands. Keep the heel, hips, and head in line. Right knee is down. Windmill the arms and head for a half camelback here. Right hand lifting up and open. Bring both hands forward and pick up the ball of your left foot. We're going to place the heel of the hands next to that left heel and then rotate the foot 45 degrees. Stabilize with that, those 3 points, and then glide back with your right leg. Inhale, lift the collarbones. Exhale, kind of dip the collarbones forward and then come back. Exhale is forward. Inhale comes back. Let's lift up. Simply drop that right knee down and windmill back to your kneeling warrior. Left leg forward. Now look to the left and bend both elbows. Stop her. Try to twist a little deeper. Look forward and then press the arms out. And try that again. Look, bend, twist, look, stretch. One more. Look, bend. This time when we come forward, if you wish, or we're going to go namaste. Left elbow across, or right elbow across left knee. You can keep the knee down or stretch up out of that knee for namaste. You can stay in that place, whether the knee's down or the knee's up, elbow across. But if you wish, you can separate the arms on the inhale, press them together on the exhale. Reach the hands forward. If the knee is down, lift it up. We're going to kick that left leg up, hug the heel in and lift. Stretch out with the leg and a good 5 or more breaths here. Really slow the breath down. You have 4 points on the ground, heavy anchored, kind of like cement. And then your breath is light. Your exhale finds that little bit of strength from navel to tailbone. Lift the heels to lower down to the knees and just give a pop of the hands upward. Bring your right foot forward and your right arm behind you. Press down with the arms, reach out with the hands. So you're lifting up through the spine, lengthening the rib cage. And windmill the arm and land back on your left heel for a half camel. Windmill forward again, press the palms down, lift out of the rib cage. Then forward at the waist to lift into your twist. Stack the hands, press the ground away. Drop the knee down, lift the arms up. And from here, move that right foot. We're gonna bring the hands forward, the heel of the hands in line with the right foot. Anchor down and then stretch back with that left leg. Lift the collarbones on the inhale. As you exhale, dip forward. Each time. Drop the knees down and windmill this right arm behind you. Look to the right and bend the elbows. Twist a little bit more to the right. Look forward and press the arms down. Bend the elbows, look to the right. Press down and reach. One more. And bend those elbows and you'll bring your elbow, left elbow across for right knee. You can lift the knee up for namaste or as you go into namaste or keep the knee down. Once you're there, we'll go back to that breath where we're opening up on the inhale, pressing back on the exhale. Reach both hands forward. Lift the knee up, left knee up if it's down, and glide back, lifting that right hip, bending the right knee, and opening up deeply. Stretch out with the leg, 4 points on the ground. Reach the crown of the head between the hands, quiet the front of the forehead, move the breath through the throat, to the belly, to the tailbone. Slowly walk your hands right on back to your feet. Extend the thumbs up and reach through the fingertips. Make stop arms. And then extend the palms out. We're going to lift our left heel and turn the knee in. Make your stop arms as you lift the foot or just the heel for tree pose. If it feels safe and you would like to, you can extend the arms all the way up. You could bring your left foot across and sit down a bit into a sitting tree pose. If you are in your sitting tree pose, stand up first. Let's plant our left foot down. Move both arms out. Weight them behind you. Open up the solar plex, the heart, the throat, and the base of the nose. And then line the arms, the head, the tailbone, up with the feet, with the hips for mountain pose. Palms face forward. Close the eyes. Find stability to match that place of opening. Open receptiveness, backed up by stable grounding. Let's float our arms out and up, eyes open, and then the elbows. So stabilize your shoulder blades a bit and the hips, lifting the right heel, turn the heel in, and you can glide the foot up to wherever it is safe for your balance. We did quite a few of these on our sides. When we had a hold of the foot. Now again, we could go a step further, stretch the arms up. You could go one more step further, pulling the right ankle across, lifting out of your rib cage and sitting into your hips for a sitting tree pose. And then all the way up and out. Set the right foot down. Lift the solar plex, lift the heart, lift the throat, lift the base of the nose, and anchor back with your hands. Just breathing into this. Line up the head, the shoulders, the hands with the stableness of the hips and the legs and the feet. Close the eyes for a few breaths in mountain pose. Quiet the front of the forehead. Move the breath through the back of the throat, into the lower belly, all the way down to the tailbone. As we flutter the eyes open, lift the heart, slide the hands down the back of the legs. We'll walk ourselves forward into down dog. Press the ground away. 4 points. Find that light lift of the lower abdomen. Heaviness in the crown of the head. A quietness in the mind. And a lightness in the breath. Lift your heels, lower down to the knees. Sweep both feet to the right and set your left hip to the ground. We're going to separate the knees for a 90 degree bend. Sweep the left arm all the way up and circle it behind you. Plant the hand a little bit off to the left and then sweep the right hand around your right knee, around your left knee. And as you lift your hips, open the rib cage and circle. So we'll do it several times. Hand glides across the knees, then press out of the left arm to open up the right. This next time you set the hips down, transfer your weight to the right hand. Pick up the right knee, and you can have ankle to ankle or pull your right foot across the left knee. Simple seated twist here. Switch the hand behind you. We'll unwrap this right leg and then take this left foot off so that you have the 90 degree bend in both knees and your right hip to the ground. Plant that right hand there and we'll do the sweep with the left arm. As soon as the left hand moves past the right knee, press and circle. Lift the hips if possible. Circle deeply in the arm. Then hips down, plant your left hand down and pick up your left knee. Again, you could go ankle to ankle and then wrap the right arm or pull this right knee in and left ankle across. Twist to your left. Unwrap, take both hands behind and slide the feet out in front. We're going to settle down into the sit bones. You can move the flesh away a bit and take the hands underneath the knees. Let's poke from navel to tailbone and tuck the chin in. And inhale, lift the heart and open up. And roll back. And then lift. Tuck your way back. And lift. And so next time that we talk, let's move our right elbow and then our left elbow back. You can tap the knees together or extend out with the legs, and we'll drop into Shavasana. You can use any blanket or bolster to support your pose. And I'll give you a few moments to settle in. Allow yourself to feel supported. Slow the breath down. Take us through our 61 points and then just another minute or so of Shavasana afterwards. First, start with inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Signal to your body that the exhale will linger and lengthen at least 3 times as long as the inhale. And 2 more breaths that way. Sense each point as I say it. Eyebrow center, throat center. Right shoulder joint, right elbow joint, right wrist joint. Tip of the right thumb, tip of the right index finger, tip of the right middle finger, tip of the right ring finger, tip of the right baby finger. Right wrist joint, right elbow joint, right shoulder joint. Throat center. Left shoulder joint, left elbow joint, left wrist joint. Tip of the left thumb, tip of the left index finger, tip of the left middle finger, tip of the left ring finger, tip of the left baby finger. Left wrist joint, left elbow joint, left shoulder joint. Throat center. Heart center, right ribs. Heart center, left ribs. Heart center, navel center, pelvic center. Right hip joint, right knee joint, right ankle joint. Tip of the right big toe. Tip of the right second toe. Tip of the right third toe. Tip of the right fourth toe. Tip of the right baby toe. Right ankle joint, right knee joint, right hip joint, pelvic center. Left hip joint, left knee joint, left ankle joint. Tip of the left big toe. Tip of the left second toe. Tip of the left third toe. Tip of the left fourth toe. Tip of the left baby toe. Left ankle joint, left knee joint, left hip joint, pelvic center, navel center, heart center, throat center, eyebrow center. With your next breath, just start to spread the fingers and expand the palms. Get a bit of a stretch. Arms overhead and right and left. Roll over to one side and cradle the head in the hands and the knees to the chest. Lifting up to a seated position. Thank you so very, very much for sharing your practice with me. I'm going to ask, we can return to our life with a calm mind, with a strong and restored body. And I wish you all a very happy 2021. Namaste.